Hi, roses. I'm Rosie, the psychic reader at the Psychic War, and roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the energy, not just riding the waves like some people do. If that's something you can connect to, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the playlist. The playlist is called Observing a Pattern. And this is well, day part three. There's a bright and beautiful new world just on your horizon. That's what's happening with this energy. But right away, when I say that, something I've downloaded, and even as I was downloading, is like, what about right now? Like, on the horizon is bright and beautiful. But I feel like just being aware of a beautiful horizon is the right now, because you might not ever reach the sun. Like, that's what's bright, right? The light. You might not ever reach the sun, but just having the awareness that the sun is there, as the sun is rising, like, that's beautiful enough. Because we were getting this energy like God is good enough. Rational is coming up. Rational is a rational way of thinking. Like, okay, I have everything I need. I don't need anymore. Because somebody wants to just keep going up, 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 and that's not healthy. We need the balance. Even if up was the only place you could go because you got knocked down. Like, if up was ever an issue or a desire, it's because you got knocked down. And once you reach your original position, you don't have to keep going. Yeah, bright and beautiful. Like, someone could have felt like they were dark and ugly at some point. So bright and beautiful was the natural goal. Moody is coming up. Always in the spiritual sense. So you have encouraging and insightful. And when I say spiritual, like, I have to be clear that this is not a colorist type of way of thought. Like, black is beautiful. I just feel like that needs to be said. So insightful, encouraging. I feel like you're being encouraged at this point for whatever is going on. Dark, something's coming up about darkness, because I do feel like this overwhelming darkness, but I'm not like, I don't feel like it's like a real darkness. It's a light, it's a spiritual thing. Like, someone's light is going out. That's what I'm feeling. Alert here is coming up. Pessimistic. Someone's spiritual light. Her name is a popular person, but she says something about turn the lights out. A lot of people say this. Turn the lights out. Like, it's too bright. But that's what I feel like is happening. Like, someone is afraid of the dark. And the dark thoughts. I know this is very sensitive, so I'm not going to play around with this energy, but I've just never been one who was afraid of my own thoughts or afraid of the darkness. So I don't know if that's something that you can also relate to. Like, maybe you're someone who plays with the dark. I also don't play with the dark. I'm just not afraid of it, but I do feel like the dark has a place. So let's just move on with this energy. I guess maybe there is some fear here, because I know, like, the more you clean, the more you don't want things to get messy. But if you're in a messy situation, it's like you just gotta have to accept it, but at the same time, you never want to accept something that you don't genuinely want. So it's like this little quiet tiny fight that eventually things will get better, even though it feels like the light is going out. You have 6 of candles here. Like, eventually you're gonna break through. Just keep on scraping. Like, I'm seeing someone like a prisoner in their own mind, and they want to, like, dig a tunnel. I feel like that tunnel is worth it to some extent if this is your energy. Personally, I'd rather just stay put and wait for the warden to come let me out because I'm innocent. But for this energy, I feel like someone's scraping, like they want to escape. And eventually, with this card coming out, the fall of Jericho, you're going to make it through the other end. But I don't know. Personally, I just feel like the warden is coming to get you, and they find out that you escaped. It's just like a whole new can of worms. So I don't know. And just bringing it home, like, you have a really strict father. So the high priestess is coming out for encouragement. There's somebody in your life who wants to encourage you, but look at all these skulls around her. I never trust this card, Mary Magdalene. This is just the way the author. I don't really. I mean, personally, I don't like the idea of Jesus having a sexual relationship. This is religion, so I just don't like the idea. I mean, Mary was a virgin, so why should Jesus be fornicating? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, this is Mary Magdalene coming up as encouraging, but I just don't trust her with all these skulls. And then she has this direct eye contact, which is personally I feel like is intimidating. Unless you force me to look at you, I'm not going to be staring at you. I'm going to be looking at whatever else it is that I'm doing. So I always feel like a woman that stares directly at you has something going on. Like, what are you looking at? I don't know. That's something you resonate with, but no shame to people with eye contact. People who love to make eye contact. It just, I always get the vibe as a reader, like, people, what the hell are you looking at? Anyway, not to be rude, but that's what I'm picking up on. So if that's something you resonate with, that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay, you have the world as insightful. I just feel like you're not alone. Like, feel comfortable in your feelings, because this woman is thrown off. It's very clear she's thrown off. So it's very clear she's talking smack. She's being negative. And that's just natural. It's more natural to be shy and look away. And especially in Eastern Japanese countries, at least if you're Japanese, you understand. But I feel like it's just something really intimidating. And when I say intimidating, it's like they're challenging you. Like they want to fight. And when they keep staring at you like this, they're encouraging you to fight them. That's the insightfulness that I'm feeling. But I feel like it's a waste of energy, because it's really not about that. Like, I feel like your strength comes from your connection to God. If you're married, your connection to your husband. And it's really not about fighting other women who are intimidating or trying to intimidate you because they're intimidated themselves by the fact that you love a man. That's the vibe I'm getting. There's some pessimism here. And the whole world is coming up. There's a bright and beautiful new world. So that could be this bright and beautiful world that's coming up. It's being insightful. And then you have the Knight of Cups. I'm just looking at this energy like there's something on the horizon I'm really expecting. What is this? Oh my God. Okay. So this is the Sun card. Irresponsible, careless. So the Knight of Cups here. This is the sun, the bright and beautiful world on the horizon. Just trust yourself, because I don't know, it's like the way I pulled that card out was like I could have just did another shuffle, but the card was already there, so I just turned it around. That's the Sun card. Like, that's literally like the best we could have hoped for when it comes to this energy, because I feel I download before I read, so it does make sense. There was someone in your past that was dark and trying to pull you down, and possibly even suggesting that you escape your situation. But I don't feel like an escape is the best way to go, because I feel like Christ is coming to release you. Maybe you were in prison at some point. Spiritual, everything's spiritual. But if this is 3D as well, it makes sense. But maybe you got tied up with the law or something, and things got better. They genuinely got better than what they are, and that's what this is the time to really recognize that things are better, and you're doing very well, and they're getting even better. They're continuously getting better because you're working towards it. So just be mindful of that. But it's like this energy from the past, they like to harp on negative things, and maybe that's something that you picked up on, or you thought like, oh, this is the world, this is the rules. But you're entering into a new world with a new world order. I don't know why people are so upset with that. Like, new world orders are like a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It's a new world order. Like, these are the same people that complain about the way the world is, but they don't want a new order. It makes no sense to me, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, the pessimism and everything that was coming from these people that don't have a good position in life, and they're just hateful about everything. That's not your world anymore. So you don't have to try and connect and relate to them and understand why they're so miserable, because you're moving on to a better place.